So I'm Steve Barber. I'm the Managing Director and founder of Composite Braiding Limited, based here in Derby. On a top level, effectively, we're very much focused in on decarbonisation. So what we do with our composite materials is lightweighting. Lightweighting in a lot of different industries means that you can reduce carbon emissions and so forth. So lightweighting is great, but in terms of composite materials which we're involved in, those processes are largely labour intensive, and so therefore volumes are low and costs are high. So what we've done is we've come up with a process that actually allows us to be able to manufacture parts with far greater levels of automation, which means I can get much greater levels of volume. I'm reducing the labour input into that, and it gives us some new opportunities. But in addition to that, we've also got high levels of sustainability. The materials we use are recyclable, and we've got a position whereby we use very, very low energy. So all of those things together mean I can do lightweight, higher volume, lower cost, more sustainable structures. So in this particular program, what we're looking at is how do we apply those attributes into the rail industry. So what we're looking at is an overhead line structure for use in the railways. We've been talking to tier ones in the rail sector and to Network Rail, and there's very much a focus in reducing the amount of steel and concrete that are used in rail structures for a variety of reasons. Carbon emissions being one, the length of time it takes to install them, etc. There's quite a wide range of reasons why they want to do that. When we saw the Clean Futures brief in terms of what was being looked for in terms of what could be done for rail infrastructure, that really fitted very well with where we're headed as a business, both from a rail sector perspective, but also from looking at infrastructure. So what we're doing is we're going to be actually looking at how do we manage to design and manufacture something which is going to address the issues that are existing within the rail industry, particularly along the sides of the infrastructure emissions and ease of installation. So in terms of this particular program, what we're looking for is to actually design and manufacture a composite overhead line equipment. It's something called a TTC, twin track cantilever, easy if you can say it quickly enough. And this is actually something which exists on the railways today. So we're dealing with a tier one who's designed and is installing that on existing rail structure in the UK. What we'll have is a lot of data surrounding the existing structure. And what we're going to do through this program is design and manufacture a composite equivalent of that and actually generate data which is going to be able to demonstrate the benefits that we can bring by going to our technology relative to that which exists today. So for the Clean Futures 2 program, the thing that really got us very, very interested was the ability to go and look at rail infrastructure. And within this, what we've done is we actually have designed and will be installing a twin track cantilever construction, which I'll show you some parts of in a second. And what BCIMO's really helped us with was, first of all, helping to put in some concrete foundations, which are behind me, and also providing all of the access that we need with our partners on this, Amy, who are actually going to be installing this particular structure. So just to tell you a bit more about what a twin track cantilever is, it's basically a structure which they have on the railways for carrying the electricity lines, and this one goes over literally two of the railway tracks. It's a big L-shaped construction. It's about 8 metres tall, 4.5 metres wide, and it consists in our particular case of glass fibre and nylon. In this particular case, we make beams such as these. Now these beams, there's going to be quite a number of them, because you can imagine they're 8 metres tall, but you'll notice I can quite easily carry this particular beam. And within the beams we then have a lattice structure which holds those beams together. And that's what we've manufactured, and in fact it's actually getting installed shortly down here, again right behind me in terms of where I am now. Why are they interested in that? Well, part of it is because in terms of the structure that we've designed and putting together, it's structurally the same as the steel existing structures that they're installing currently on the Trans-Pennine upgrade, but instead of weighing 1.7 tonnes, they weigh under 250 kilograms. That makes installation that much easier. but also means you can ship them more easily. There's a whole range of different benefits from this. Decarbonisation, ease of logistics and so forth. So it really is potentially a very, very big game-changing technology. In terms of the technology, we had lots and lots of interest from a range of different industries, not least of which was the rail industry for a variety of different infrastructure and rail vehicle uses. That's fantastic, but what we were finding was whilst that interest was genuine and was great from our perspective, we really needed a catalyst to be able to demonstrate what our technology could do, because it is so different to that which exists today. The Clean Futures programme was ideal because it set the exam question in terms of what can you do in terms of rail infrastructure. We knew we had something that was of interest to the rail industry, and we had this as an ability within this programme to be able to go and actually get it in place, to actually demonstrate what we can do with the rail industry, to work with the tier ones, and actually then be able to get a real life situation where we could generate the structure and get it into place. In terms of the basic structure, there's been lots of capability, obviously, as I say, to install it within here. But the programme, because we're on Clean Futures 1, we understand it very well, and it's much, much more than just the physical, technical capability in the project. What we've also ended up with is a lot of commercial support. We've also been able to get a lot of marketing. We're looking at investors. There's the ability to be able to talk to other people within the industry. So, for example, we've had some meetings with some regulators that have been set up through contacts that BCIMO has.
Our deliverables were to design, manufacture and install a first-of-a-kind thermoplastic composite twin-track cantilever and demonstrate and quantify significant weight reduction and large sustainability, safety and installation benefits versus existing steel versions. In the short term, we hope for good publicity and a raising of our profile in rail, leading to enquiries and further development work, not only on this product, but across rail infrastructure. In the intermediate term, we hope the programme will lead to realisation of several commercial rail infrastructure opportunities and subsequent company growth. Longer term, for industry and UK PLC, the expected outcome is growth in UK manufacture, specifically in rail infrastructure, increased revenue and creation of numerous high-quality manufacturing jobs, all helping to raise the profile and reputation of UK manufacturing on the international stage.